Welcome to Prescribing Lifestyle, the podcast that's all about empowering you to live your healthiest, happiest life. I'm your host, Dr. Avi Charlton, and each week we'll dive into the latest research, practical tips, and inspiring stories to help you optimize your well-being. From nutrition and fitness to mental health and mindfulness, we'll explore every aspect of lifestyle medicine, giving you the tools you need to make informed decisions and take control of your life. Today, I have for you the recording of my talk from the low-carb dinner on the 18th of May 2024. I talk about the top 10 tips for thriving on your low-carb journey. I will give you a few tips on managing your mindset, trying to help you think that you're not missing out, and how to maintain on sustaining this fabulous lifestyle and trying to change your mindset. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, welcome to another episode of Prescribing Lifestyle. Today, we're going to talk about managing cravings. Cravings on a keto or low-carb diet can be quite challenging, but I'm going to tell you a few effective strategies. You might want to write them down and then rotate them and then see which one you want to use from time to time. Maybe you can pick one when you have a craving, and then sometimes it might work, sometimes it might not work. Remember, progression, not perfection. You don't have to be perfect all the time. If you fall off rail, just get back on track. But let's talk about the strategies on how we can avoid these cravings or manage them. First of all, make sure you're hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Make sure there's salt in the water, or drink electrolytes. Make sure you're having enough sodium and potassium. Your salt gets depleted quite a lot when you're on the low-carb diet. So make sure you have enough electrolytes and salt and lots of hydration. I drink a soda every day, and I make it with my SodaStream water, just tap water, and I drink it first thing in the morning, and sometimes during the afternoon I would have another soda or LMNT. LMNT is from America. Sometimes a chocolate favorite can be quite filling, so that might be helpful to manage a craving. The next thing is we need to make sure you're eating enough protein and healthy fat. Make sure you're filling yourself up with good protein, good fat, and your satiety. You're having enough food, you're having enough nutrition. So this reduces your hunger. Have good meals. 3 meals a day is great. If you're not hungry, 2 meals a day is great as well. Lots of protein, meat, eggs, chicken, fish, so you can feel yourself full. The next one we talk about is incorporate some low-carb snacks. Have it handy. If you have cravings, you can grab your low-carb snacks. For example, you can have some boiled eggs ready, you can have some cheese, you can have some seeded crackers like the Alina crackers. You can also go to the Diet Doctor recipe website, and then you can make your own seed cracker recipes, and you can have it with the cheese. You can have some veggie dips with carrot sticks or cucumber sticks or capsicum, and cream cheese can be quite lovely. Make sure it's a low-carb version. Pick it from the green list in the low-carb list. Some people find it, if they have cravings, they have some salt and then they dip it on their tongue. I don't usually do that, but it might be worth a try. So grab a little bit of salt, put it on the finger, dip it on your tongue. Sometimes that just satisfies your craving. So make sure you have good food in the fridge and in the pantry. Stock up with good low-carb foods and not the treats, not the sugar, not the carbs. Make sure there's no treats in the pantry. Make sure there's no biscuits, cakes, lollies, and all the naughty foods in your pantry. Also, be careful of keto junk food. Sometimes they can be quite stirs up your craving if you have them in your pantry, especially those with sweetness. That might just stir you up. For example, Atkins bar with the sweetness, that might keep you from craving it. Sometimes you can't stop on just one Atkins bar or one chocolate bar. Plan your meals. Have a meal plan. Write it all down. Having a meal plan can sometimes prevent you from impulsive eating and help you stick with the diet. Write down what you're going to eat, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and go shopping accordingly. Check out all the naughty foods from your pantry. Then there's other lifestyle things. Make sure you get enough sleep. Lack of sleep can really increase your cravings. If you're tired and busy, you might just feel like comfort eating. So being aware that if you're tired and if you haven't had enough sleep, maybe you had a big night out, you're going to have more cravings than usual. So sometimes just practicing mindfulness, telling yourself, look, you need to be careful. You didn't have enough sleep last night, and don't go grab all the naughty foods. So making sure you prioritize your sleep can be a good plan. Manage your stress. Stress can certainly trigger cravings. We are wired to do comfort eating. Maybe you want to have a list of stress-reducing activities. Make a list, write it down. For example, do some stretching, do some yoga, practicing mindfulness, breathing exercises. I always like to talk about breathing exercises. If you have a craving, just take your time and put a timer on, 2 minutes or 5 minutes, slow breathing. That might just help you get over the craving. And then a few minutes later, you don't remember the craving anymore because you've done the breathing exercise. It's distracted you. Maybe get a hobby, do some coloring in, do something that you like, go for a walk. Even if you just distract yourself, go for a walk, walk to the mailbox. That might help you distract yourself from your cravings and help to manage your stress. Keep yourself busy. Keeping yourself occupied can distract you from thinking about food. If you're busy with work or if you feel like you don't want to go to the kitchen or because you're occupied with your work, that might just be it. Maybe if you're busy at work, then you're not craving for anything. I also like to go to the kitchen and get something. So it feels like I'm getting something from the kitchen. That can be a herbal tea, that can be a bone broth, it can be a glass of water or a electrolyte drink. Then you feel like you've gone to the kitchen and got something. Get some drinks rather than your craving food. You might want to experiment with some keto recipes that are keto-friendly versions of your favorite food to satisfy your craving. If you have lots of cravings in the beginning, sometimes just having a little bit of a few nuts or a little square of dark chocolate, that might just help you satisfy your craving. They're in the okay list, and it might just stop you from grabbing that naughty food. Avoiding triggers. Sometimes knowing the trigger of when you have cravings, practicing mindfulness, that you have cravings more on those times, then you know that you need to manage it. For example, when I drive home from work, quite often I'm thinking about that I want to have some nuts. I want to have some cashew nuts. And quite often I want to have them as soon as I get home at 4 or 5 o'clock. Sometimes even when I'm driving, I know that I'm craving for those nuts. I know that if I start eating those nuts, I can't stop. So I'm quite conscious of it and I want to not start eating those nuts. So knowing that this is a bad time and I need to be extra careful and telling myself, you don't have to listen to all these cravings. Practicing mindfulness, go hug a child. I have a dog that I can go hug. and doing some breathing exercises or stretching, that might just be able to distract myself and cope with the craving. You can sit in the discomfort, knowing this is what you will like and knowing it's going to be uncomfortable. It's okay. Doing hard things is good for you and good for progression. Remember, if you don't look after yourself, you can't look after anybody else. Seek community support. If you have a craving, you're most welcome to write on my free Facebook group. And I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of members would jump in and say, this is what I do. I go grab some salt or I go distract myself. And there's lots of practical advice from low-carb communities. Remember, you need help. If you need help, you need to reach out. And everybody can experience something very similar, and we can all share our journeys. So I hope all these strategies can help you manage your cravings a bit better, and you can manage doing well in the low-carb or keto diet or whatever lifestyle you support. Let me know if you have any other ideas, and I will share with my community. Thank you for listening. Until the next episode, stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Prescribing Lifestyle podcast. Before we wrap up, I have an exciting news to share. I have a new ebook called Low Carb Made Easy. It's now available. This guide is perfect for anyone looking to dive into the low carb lifestyle. Inside, you'll find the basic theory behind low carb eating, a detailed food list, practical meal plan, and a variety of delicious recipes. It's designed to make a journey to better health easier, simpler, and enjoyable. For those who prefer a hard copy, head over to my website and register your interest using the link provided. My website is www.mlcclinic.com.au. Head to online store. Remember, the information shared in this podcast, it's for educational purposes only and not proper medical advice. Always consult your medical professional before making any changes to your lifestyle and diet, or you can come and see me in Melbourne Low Carb Clinic. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and stay connected with us on social media. Your feedback will help us improve and reach more listeners. Lastly, if you found this episode helpful, please share it with your friends and family. Together, we can make a positive impact to our health and our communities. Thanks again for listening, and as always, stay healthy and happy. Until next time.